Hey there, happy Monday. Hopefully you're having a great trading day. A lot to go over. Just gonna go over some particular stocks and some which I traded. Hopefully you had a great trading day. Again, as I always say, all these are for educational purposes only. Alright, I'm not a financial advisor. Again, this is helping you in some way to become a better trader. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm profitable yet. I'm not. I'm just getting consistent. Well, I am profitable, but I'm not going to say I'm a millionaire. No, I'm not. Just learn something from this. My main goal is to help you discover who you are as a trader and help you not lose money. Because if you don't lose money, eventually you'll get it, okay? But the pattern pretty much in front of you is the exact same stuff I do over and over again. And I want to really point one thing out in trading, okay? You don't really want to overcomplicate things. I see a lot of people in this business try to overcomplicate trading, and it doesn't have to be that way. I don't use level 2. I don't use any fancy indicators. Yeah, you see the MACD here. I could take it off my chart. I really don't use it. I just use these moving averages and price. That's really all you need. And the patterns are the same thing that happens over and over again. And I'm not saying level 2 is not good, but I'm not a scalper. I'm a swing trader. I am a momentum trader, to say. And you really want to keep it simple, okay? And again, I always say follow the money. Okay, we're in a great time right now. We're in a bubble right now. You have AI, you have metals, you have quantum going, you have energy. We're in a bubble, and you have semiconductors going right now. Always follow the money. And the biggest indicator, as I always say, of former runners are recent runners. NVTS is a 5-star setup. 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. It's AI theme. Again, always focus on theme plays, okay? I think it's, again, the themes are very important. But yeah, it's AI factory. AI has been a hot theme. I do believe AI is going to be a hot theme for the next year or so, or probably for the future, to be honest. But always focus on themes. And as a trader, there's going to be so much moving every day on your scans, and depending who you are as a trader, you don't have to trade all of them, okay? Your goal is just to focus on the stocks really with the highest ADR and the ones that can make your overall account grow, okay? And over from the weekend, I was long in UAI. This as well is another 5-star setup, okay? I got long, as I mentioned, same setup, the big move, pull back towards the 10-day in the range break. And same deal right there. I got long there as well. Same deal, same exact pattern. And pretty much the same deal as I was long from Friday's swing. You can see there, got long there. And I sold like a little bitch today, too soon. I'm working on it. This would be roughly my biggest gain of the year. I was long roughly 10,000 shares. But it happens. It's no big deal. This is the 5-star setup. This is the basic premise of what I'm trying to show you. Okay, this is a setup. You have a reason, you have a sector play, you have a chart pattern, you have momentum, okay? You want to buy something that has fuel, like rocket fuel. Don't do something randomly, because that's not going to grow your account overall. But congrats to anyone who's long this one. Again, with this strategy, you really troll 10-day. Again, as I mentioned, you don't want to buy it now. You don't want to buy it up here. No, the time to buy it was at the range break, and right there, obviously. But okay, it happens. But 5-star, and I pretty much was looking at NVTS this morning because, as I mentioned, this is a very powerful flag on the hourly chart here. I pretty much called it. Again, as I say, you want to build a database, but this is a 5-star chart. 5-star chart. 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. Same thing over and over again, okay? And as I mentioned, as a trader, your job is to keep a database of stocks. Whatever type of pattern you're doing, do something like this, okay? And you'll see most often over the course of your trading career, it's pretty much the exact same stuff. As I mentioned here, I was called this last night, 5-star flag, open a range over 15, 16. And that's what we got. And this morning, I'm pretty sure everyone, not only me, I was having broker issues. There was an outage, whatever it was. It pissed me off, because one thing, I hate missing a good setup. I don't mind getting in a good setup and getting stopped out. That's trading, that happens. But I hate missing a good setup. It pisses me off. Especially when it comes to broker issues, which I wasn't the only one. Everyone had them this morning. It happens trading. But it pissed me off. The ideal entry was out of the open. With this strategy, you want to get, again, look left. Okay, the best indicator of a runner is looking left. Numerous times. But the best time to get long with this method is out of the open as it's breaking that range, 1550, and I missed it. Again, broker issues. But again, I don't want to chase a stock up as long as the stock is not greater than the average true range, which on this stock is $1.38. Again, add that to your scans, ATR, meaning that if it's up more than today, it's up $2.44. You don't want to buy it now. You want to buy it on a dip or something. And that's pretty much what happened. I got it on a dip. I have roughly, how many shares do I have? I don't know. How many shares do I have of this? I always forget. I shouldn't forget. It's bad. I have roughly 2,000 shares. That's 1640 average. Yeah, 16,000. Yeah. Okay. About 2K. 2K. But yeah, it's the 5-star chart. 5-star chart. But this is the basic premise. What I'm trying to show you. This is a setup. It's not random. It's an orderly pullback towards these moving averages. When the best stocks do that, the best stocks make a big move, they pull back, then they go again. That's how the market goes. And congrats to anyone who is long this overnight. Again, trail 10 day. That's one thing I'm working on. Most of the time I want this to gap up and go. But a good example was on today in UAI. We didn't have a gap up. We kind of had a pretty much consolidation, chop fest. But it's still holding its ranges. There's no reason to sell. Don't just sell randomly. And that's one thing I'm learning. Not to sell just randomly. Only sell whenever your stop loss. I read a quote. Defend your stop loss. Defend it. Don't just exit because you're bored. No, defend it. So trail 10 day. Really on this one here. And another one I'm long is Beyond Meat. This one is a different type of pattern. It's a short squeeze. Recent bankruptcy stock. They pretty much announced today that they're not going bankrupt. Dilution. This is a dilution machine. I'm just mainly long overnight because this has a great history of gaps and continuation. And most importantly, look at the volume. It's roughly 1.2 billion. So crazy times. But yeah. Again, I'm not long. I kind of chase this up. Long very small. But if there's no gap, then oh well. But there probably will be a gap of some sort. But yeah, I just really wanted to show you that basic premise. And another one that I'm watching is GISIT. Everyone was talking about AI theme. I missed it, obviously. It happens. But I don't think this is done yet. I've seen this story too many times. Just watch it for the rest of the week. Have a potential delayed reaction. I can definitely see this doing something crazy. Ideally, let it hold its ranges, and over the $16 area. That'd be a potential zone to watch for. But right now, just be patient. That's the art of trading. Okay, whenever the market opens, you shouldn't be looking for a trade. No, you should just be patient, letting the trades come to you. That's what I learned. As I'm 26. It really should be boring, you know. DVLT is one I'm watching as well. It's another AI theme. Again, theme plays. Follow the money, okay? Like a quantum. I'll go over that in a minute. But recent runner, as I mentioned, had a nice pullback on 10-day and a nice range break today. Ideal entry was today, but tomorrow will be ideal entry as well if gap up over this 260 area to watch. Anyway, I trail 10-day. But other than that, I just wanted to go over some other ones. Tesla, well, AMD first. AMD, this is a 5-star flag. This is a 5-star on a 5-star scale. This will go higher. I don't know when, but it's pretty much begging to go higher, as you can see on the stock chart. Again, I have a smaller account, but for you, whoever have a big account, this is what you want to look for. But I am looking to trade the ETF. The ETF is the exact same, smaller priced. But again, look at the chart. It's a flag. 5-star. Over 22. Of course, everyone else is watching Tesla. They have earnings, I believe, this week, Is it this week? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Again, no position into earnings. That's the gamble. But we'll see. Ideally, again, always set price alerts with this stuff. If this does go something crazy, I have a higher account. My account size is not that big, but this chart pattern as well is setting up to be something quite wonderful if the earnings are ideal. Again, never guess earnings, just predict. But as I mentioned, look left, okay? This is pretty much the exact same premise move back here. I'm not saying that Tesla's gonna do that, you know? No, I'm not saying that. This is the exact same type of pattern we're seeing right here. Again, for those with a small account like mine, I'm pretty much gonna look to trade off of it with their ETF. Same type of deal. It's pacing quite well. So again, don't try. Again, I've been seeing some things online. Oh, they have earnings, the pattern's good, let me just buy it ahead of time. No, that's not what you want to do. That's awful. You want to buy it just right, okay? Don't just try to predict things. Don't try to get it in early. That's not the setup. No, the setup is whenever it breaks the ranges, then you buy it. Okay. Again, earnings are Wednesday. I think post-market, I believe, or pre-market. I'm not sure. Are they? Let me see. Yeah, it's post-market. So yeah, I can definitely see some hype going into this. But if it does break out before earnings, it's still a potential buy. But I would not hold this through earnings. I don't know. It's just risky. But yeah, Tesla, pretty much same thing. ETF. Ranges over 23. But other than that, pretty much all the quantum plays are backside. And this is one thing I want to talk to you about is understanding whenever you see a momentum shift. Whenever you see a momentum shift in the stocks, okay? Again, as I always say, whenever you have a hot theme play, a hot sector play, never say a stock cannot go higher, okay? I've seen quite a bit of sectors. I've seen the weed, I've seen Bitcoin twice, I've seen COVID, I've seen oil and energy in Ukraine war. What are the ones? Probably missing some more. I don't know. But GameStop, that shit was crazy. But never say a stock can't go higher. And there's really one key indicator I want you to understand what is backside. And again, what is front side versus backside? Front side of the move is what you see as the stock is going up, you know. Again, pay attention to these moving averages. They are golden. Whenever you see these moving averages surfing, becoming resistance on the downside, that is backside. See how it's holding that? It can't even break it. That is backside, okay? And whenever we really overcome that, that's whenever we're gonna have pretty much a shift, determining which way we're gonna go. Pretty much as you see right here, you know, that led to the other upside move there. But right now we're just in that phase, and again, don't try to pick bottoms. No, just be patient, because most of the time these theme plays, they're not going to just go down to 32. No, they're gonna have some bounce of some sort. Ideally off the 10-day here, off the 20-day, I'm sorry. But it depends. Again, the longer these moving averages surfing downwards is a bearish sign. So that's the one key indicator. Okay, and again, sometimes stocks, the best stocks that go, need some air to be released. You know, I mean, same with Oklo and same with all the nuclear plays. You know, the setups are still there. They just need time to consolidate and time to base on that one. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, so GSIT for the rest of the week, I would watch it. Again, not advice, it's just I want you to understand having these former runners on a backlist. Don't just like ignore them on day one. No, study them, keep them in a database, and you'll understand most of them make secondary moves, okay? Like we've seen on NUAI, not that one. Rainey's another one as well. But like we've seen on NUAI, can't even type it. Same thing there. NVTS, and even these metal plays. These metal plays are bouncing quite well. You know, as I mentioned, I'm working on it, but I freaking butchered. Which one was I long? USAR. I messed this one up. This was a 5-star range break, 5-star, and I missed it. You know, I got long, I got shaken out the next day, and look where it went. But this is what I'm talking about here. Most of them are going to offer a bounce, and we're getting that right now. As I mentioned, backside, these moving averages surfing resistance, but now we're at this pretty much point. And tomorrow will be a very key indicator. If it goes over this $34 area, that's a potential long in my opinion. But we'll see. You know, it's all about playing the odds. But yes, GSIT, just be patient with this one. Again, who knows? I could be wrong, but I've seen things. I've seen this story too many times. I just don't think this is done and done. Unless they do an offering, unless they raise money, which they could. I wouldn't be surprised. But if this does base, you know, a couple days and have a potential leg higher, I would not be surprised. I'll watch it for sure. But other than that, in UAI, still trend day. NVTS, I'm long. Ideally with this one, trail trend day. I'm gonna try my best to just trail trend day. Other than that, AMDL, SIMP ETF with AMD, open range big flag, same with Tesla, same with their ETF. But other than that, again, focus on setups. Remember, you do not have to trade every day. Just focus on setups, okay? I'll see you next time.